you guys get this?
No.
It says that it's senior dish day down at the harbor. Go party! I'm down. Alright, I'll take the shot. Let's go.
What is that? Oh my god, don't get me in trouble. That stuff made me feel weird. So I gotta book a school by 3. Can you take me?
Yeah.
Are you sure you're okay to drive?
It's too far.
You can get me back in time. Wait. Are you sure you're okay to drive?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Sure.
David. Are you sure you can drive?
Seriously.
Just saying.
Central calling 632 and 637.
632 standing by.
We have a report of a 1019 with injuries at the intersection of Pu'ohuli Street and Anakeaho-Kalole Highway. Caller states that 2 vehicles are involved, still on the roadway. Appears there are multiple injuries.
632, 10-4. I'll be heading.
I'll be heading as well. Central 636, copy the last, I'll be en route.
All units respond code 3 with caution.
Central, notify rescue, start heading as well. Have them expedite.
10-4.
You have to decide before will you die. You can live your life and not give it away. Can you live your life and not throw it away?
Central 632.
Standing by for 632.
Can you notify our traffic enforcement unit and a supervisor that we have a DOA at this location?
Is this confirmed?
10-4 Central, send body removal to our location for 1.
Central 632.
Standing by for 632.
I'll be transporting a male 1016 to the corner station for processing. Notify the desk. Turn on the intoxilizer machine for me.
10-4.
Be advised, one critically injured being transported to Pono Community Hospital with fire rescue.
Your daughter Jeana's been involved in an accident this morning, and she's been severely injured. If you could make your way to the hospital, she's been transported there.
I'll make it. I'll go to the hospital as soon as possible.
Yeah, the investigator will meet you there, and he can give you details about the accident.
I used to call this place my home, sitting here alone. You made me crack, you made me bleed. It's all I wanted, it's all I need. You made me realize, you made me see what's right in front of me. Sweet area, it's gonna be alright. Sweet area, we need to put up a fight. Mama's gonna be home soon.
Make them ready.
Start CPR. Alright.
Bagger.
I'm gonna give her some epi. Do we have a pulse with CPR?
Pulse.
No pulse. Continue CPR. 1 round of epi.
Watch the people walk by.
Your sister.
Just before
Not getting a blood pressure.
No blood pressure at all. No pulse.
I wanna be out there.
No rasps. Okay.
If you
Oh, time of death 11:13.
sweet area,
All right, we need to get her parents in here.
sweet area, we need to put up a fight. Why can't you talk to me and make us finally see?
We're very, very sorry for your loss. Your daughter sustained injuries that we could not prevent, nor could we bring her back. And all the efforts that we tried, your daughter has passed, and we are very, very sorry. We are very sorry for your loss. And we're going to leave you in here with her for just a minute, okay?
Sweet area, sweet area, sweet area, sweet
All rise. The Third Circuit Court is now in session. The Honorable Ronald Ibarra presiding. You may be seated.
Criminal number 11-1-50K, State of Hawaii versus David Borges for sentencing.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Deputy Prosecuting Attorney Kimberly Taniyama present on behalf of the state.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Peter Rashadi, Deputy Public Defender, appearing for Mr. Borges, is present in court.
You may be seated. Prosecutor.
Thank you, Your Honor. With respect to sentencing, on April 28, 2010, Your Honor, David Borges killed 2 people, Ms. Cheyenne Forte and Ms. Jeana Holton. These 2 teenagers died because the defendant, who was only 18 years old at the time, chose to party, drink alcohol, and abuse ecstasy before getting into his car and speeding up toward Kealakele High School. It was a school day, but the defendant had been hanging out with his friends at Punakohau Harbor that day. Add to that the fact that he had abused ecstasy while at the harbor. There is no age requirement for ecstasy. Ecstasy is illegal for everyone, and there's a reason for this. It is a toxin with many harmful effects. It gives a person a false sense of confidence and power, and it impairs judgment. The most critical choice the defendant made that day was to get behind the wheel of his truck and drive. The state requests that the court sentence the defendant to prison for each offense. The state further requests that the terms run consecutively to each other in light of the extent of the harm imposed. Your Honor, we have present Ms. Suzette Forte, mother of Cheyenne, and Ms. Jamie Lynn Kealoha, mother of Keana, as well as Kelly, who had been a passenger in the defendant's truck.
Can you tell us your name and your relationship?
My name is Suzette Forte, mother of Cheyenne Forte. Cheyenne is the second child of 3 kids of mine. She was always goal-oriented, a lot of dreams. All that dreams. At night we would stay up late and just talk about her future, how bright it would be. Now I don't hear her voice. I yearn for her to call me mom. That I will never have. You know, he has lost a lot. His parents has lost a lot too. I lost my daughter. I will never get back. Georgia. This was the worst year. Next week is her birthday. And I don't know how to deal with that. I would never have graduation. I would never have weddings. Her wedding. I would never have grandkids. Just feel so hurt, so heavy-hearted. I just want kids to know you have choices in life. Make good choice. I don't want more to say, Judge.
My name is Jamie Lealoha and my daughter is Keana Holton. Keana's the baby in our family. I have 4 children. She was the last. She had dreams to go to college. She was a loving child. She paddled canoe because I made her paddle canoe. And she always complained how strict I was. I was so strict. I didn't let her go out with her friends and hang. And this is why parents are so strict with their teenagers. For the one day they're not there to protect them. And this is the one day that I wasn't there to protect her. She made the wrong choice, and I'm angry with him for taking my baby away from me. Because not only did he shatter her dreams, he shattered mine. My only baby girl. And I hope the rest of the kids learn from this. Don't be ashamed to text somebody or call if you can't drive. Watch out for each other. I pray for you. We always go shopping for groceries at antique stores, and I was going to give her this weekend, just before graduation. And now I have to bury her with it.
I'm Kelly Benton. crash victim. In just a few weeks after the accident, we would have gone to prom, and we would have gone to graduation, and we would have had our graduation parties. And we all had plans to visit each other after a few years of college. But now that won't happen. I had to watch my friend die in my arms. I had to see Jeana like that, and Francesca. And now Jeana and Kealakele are never coming back, no matter how much I wish they would. No matter how much I pray that I can see them again, I never will. I just wish it never would have happened. We never would have even ditched school. I just wish I could just take it all back. But I can't. That's all I have to say.
Thank you. Any other statements?
The state would have nothing further to do.
Mr. Jeana?
Thank you. The issue here is whether or not this court should sentence Mr. Borges to consecutive or to concurrent sentences. And I believe the concurrent sentences are the correct sentence in this case. So we're asking the court to sentence Mr. Borges to prison, but to sentence him to concurrent terms of imprisonment. And I think that will send a very strong message to everyone in our community how serious these offenses are and the consequences of drinking and driving. Thank you, John.
Mr. Borges, please stand. You have the right to allocution. Is there anything you want to tell the court? Before you do that, you want to address the audience or those speakers that went before you?
Yes, Your Honor. Sorry for taking away you guys' loved ones. Can't imagine what pain you guys are going through right now.
Prosecutor said that you knew people who died because of impaired driving before.
Yes.
You didn't even think about that? You know, frankly, you're here before the court, you're sentenced for 2 counts of negligent homicide in the first degree, 1 count negligent injury in the first degree, 1 count negligent injury in the second degree. But you tell me you could have been up here for other charges, right? You're under 21, you're drinking alcohol, you're distributing the alcohol, you're using an illegal drug, you're distributing an illegal drug, the ecstasy, and then unfortunately the tragedy happened. I heard your lawyer say that, you're a good kid, no prior record, but frankly, sometimes, like in this case, all the good things that you did can be overshadowed by the bad choices you make. And this is the case. What we have here is 2 people who died because of your actions. 2 people injured because of your actions. Families, lives destroyed, dreams shattered. And whatever sentence I give you, frankly, cannot punish you enough. This is the worst thing that could happen to another human being, a life being taken senselessly. Court must also consider to avoid this matter from being happening again, so that other students or other people, adults or otherwise, would look at this case and hopefully would realize that if they thought this would not happen to them, they are mistaken. If that's what you thought, you could try. As to the count of negligent homicide in the first degree for causing the death of Jeana and Cheyenne by driving a truck while under the influence of drugs and alcohol, It is the judgment and sentence of this court that for each count, you be committed to the custody of Director, Department of Public Safety for imprisonment for 10 years. Said term of imprisonment shall run consecutive to each other. As to negligent injury in the first degree for causing serious bodily injury to Francesca, it is the judgment and sentence of this court that you be committed to the custody of Director, Department of Public Safety for an indeterminate term of imprisonment for 5 years to run consecutive to each of the 10 years previously imposed. As to negligent injury in the second degree for causing substantial bodily injury to Kelly, it is the judgment and sentence of this court that you be committed to the custody Director of Department of Public Safety for a period of 1 year. Said term of incarceration shall run consecutive to all other terms of imprisonment imposed by this court for a total of 26 years imprisonment. And that is the maximum this court can give you. Minimum is forthwith. Sheriff, take him in custody.
Well, that's unfair, Your Honor. My son is a good kid, and it was an accident. I don't think it's fair for him to serve that much years for a first-timer.
He might be a good kid, but his actions overshadowed. He made the wrong choices. He ruined other people's lives. Not only one, he ruined 4+ families. And so he made the choice. He is a good kid. He's been punished for his wrong choice. And I accept your outburst as emotional, and I will not find you in contempt. Go ahead and recess.
All rise. Court is now in recess.
Sorry, sir. Pass. Please.
Oh, this is my son.
Sorry.
Son, we love you, son. You know that?
Almost 1,500 teens aged 15 to 20 die in car crashes annually in the United States. Alcohol is the cause of 60% of all teen deaths involving car accidents. 8 teens die every day in alcohol-related vehicle crashes. In America, almost 3 million people aged 12 to 20 abuse or are dependent on alcohol. In a single year, 522 children under age 14 were arrested for driving while intoxicated. 113 of them were under 10 years old. 70% of all teenagers drink alcohol. There is a 200% chance that you or someone in your family will either cause or be an innocent victim to a drunk driving accident. It's a horrible statistic. Most horrible of all, an extremely high number of those deaths and accidents come in the 15 to 24 age group. A lot of young people are, in fact, dying before they get old. Dying tragic, meaningless deaths. Don't choose to become one of the statistics of teen drunk driving. This project is dedicated to our lost wayriders and all of those affected by drunk driving.
On the terrace I sit, watching the world spin. I see everything I've known start to wear thin. Buildings fall, don't stand tall no more. There's riots in the street, you can hear them roar. Shambles, but I'm not a damsel in distress. Baby, listen to yourself. You know I don't give a damn.